probably be traveling, to be honest. Like, I really like traveling. I'd probably just going around the world, going back to America, yeah, going back home, and yeah, probably exploring or something like that. Just exploring, yeah.
There's tons of music festivals every year. Which would you prefer to play?
Download.
I went to Download this year, Clown with a Kill, and it was pretty cool. Like, we've never played Download, but we've done a festival 2 years in a row now, which I love. It's called Mosh for Open Festival. It's in Sweden, and it's in Stockholm, and you know, I can't imagine playing a massive ass festival to like 80,000 people because I've never done that, but that festival just has such a nice feel because all the bands hang out, and it's just so nice to hang out. It's like, I don't know, that's what it's about for me. Like, I just love being there because I get to watch the bands and walk around.
It's cool bands as well. Like that, the last 2 years we've had like We're the Ocean twice. We've had Ghost Inside, Ghost of 1000, Enter Shikari.
Yeah.
Loads of cool bands from UK, Shadows Chasing Ghosts.
And to Download, like, you just kind of just.
And you're right, Head. We'll see you later on, alright?
Download this year, like, I was really stoked to see all the bands and stuff, and like. No, she wasn't that fit, man.
You can.
But I didn't really get to see that many bands because you just kind of just tend to stay in the back and, you know, with the VIP bit, and like, I missed so many bands. So I don't know, like, obviously I'd be honoured to play a big festival, but I kind of like the smaller ones, to be honest.
What bands have influenced you into like making the music you do?
I think in the early days, like before me and Harry, the boys obviously loved Funeral for a Friend. Like, the joke is that before Yashin it was called Funeral for My Valentine. It was really kind of very riffy and guitar based, and like I say, over the years things have progressed.
Not too much like that now.
Yeah, Harry brought a really commercial sound into the band, but by retaining the screaming and keeping that sort of aggressive element there, it's kind of kept us in with bands who would maybe not have been paired up with in the past, like the Yashin versus Azrael thing and stuff like that. And,
you're really into like Avenged Sevenfold, aren't you?
Yeah, I love, like, before I joined the band, like, I'd stopped listening to music altogether. My music collection just stopped at like 2006 when the Roadrunner era kind of started slowing down, and it was like Avenged Sevenfold, Atreyu and Deftones, like sort of new metal bands, but Harry's more sort of pop punk influence.
Yeah, I love like Taking Back Sunday, and I love like Panic at the Disco's first record, and yeah, I like 30 Seconds to Mars. I don't know. I like anything, you know? Yeah. Just anything that's good, but I do like Taking Back Sunday a lot.
We tried a lot of new things when we recorded this album, and we kind of incorporated the use of like some electronics and stuff like that. It was something I brought to the table, and it's not really something you see, like, since Shikari kind of introduced that and made it mainstream. But yeah, there's a lot of different influences. Dave's a metalhead, our drummer, obviously. I think that's important to get somebody who's solid behind the band, and like, Dave doesn't credit where credit's due. He's incredible, and every band, like every alternative band, should have a metal drummer regardless, because he's like a metronome. He's amazing.
If you could share a stage with any band, who would it be?
Dead or alive? I don't know. Harry.
I really want to play with Fight Star. They're one of my favourite bands, and yeah. I'd love to play with Fight Star. I'd love to do a tour with them, or Taking Back Sunday.
I really wanted to do the Limp Bizkit tour. I'm absolutely devastated.
And the Blackout got that, didn't they?
Yeah.
Mr. Sean
Spin Atlantic.
The light bulb.
The light bulb.
What are you hoping to do next year as a band?
Next year, hopefully we have our new record out. That would be nice. Play a lot bigger shows, get a lot more support, do a lot more festivals.
Yeah.
And that's it, really.
What are you expecting from your show tonight?
Sweat, blood, tears,
spin kicks, pyramids, crawl deaths, lots of bouncing.
Everyone just sit down in the room and then jump up.
You was in Scotland the other day, and you could have just stayed there, but it showed commitment to come back. Why did you come back out to England to finish up your headline tour?
Just because we've seen that it's grown so much here, I guess, you know? Like, we could easily have finished the tour in Scotland and been like, yay, play massive ass shows there, but we've taken a notice, it's grown a lot here, you know, and
yeah, these cities have been really kind to us. We played Sheffield quite a few times. Like, we played a Halloween show here last year, it was amazing. We were all dressed up, we had our friend Josh up on stage in a horse mask, jumping around, and we played here with Medina Lake, we played here with Clamour of the Kill, and like, it's from the surgery to come back and play a headline show for you guys. And
what's the most embarrassing thing that's happened on tour within the band?
Me and Kev on the first day of this tour, like, the stage was really high. It was in a place called Carlisle, and we kind of just, I don't know, we just get into a trend of doing things. We don't really think about that stuff. And Kev went to
really dark.
Kev went to the front of the stage, or what he thought was the front of the stage, and put his foot in air and fell off. And like, I looked at him, I was like, what a fucking clown shoe. And literally right after I saw that, I just did the exact same thing. I'm like, what a dick, and just fell down.
And then we were in the dressing room after that show, and before the gig I got really nervous and I couldn't be bothered running to the toilet, so I just filled an empty Beck's bottle with urine.
we don't know officially if I drank this.
And I left it in amongst all the empties, and Harry just looked at this thing, saw that it was almost full, and went, "That's a free beer, man." I picked this thing up and went, and I looked over at him, and he had this sort of thing in his face. He's like,
The reason I was shocked is because I drank it. I'm like, this isn't beer. Like, why is there water in here? So either he has like really watery pee, or it was just something worse. I don't know.
We've got a quick fire round of questions to finish off with, you know.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you a question, 2 possible answers, just answer first. Blondes or brunettes?
Blondes.
England or Scotland?
England. Fuck off.
Hook or get loose?
Get loose.
Small crowd or big crowds?
Big crowd.
sweat boxes.
Festivals or tar shows?
Festivals.
Tour shows.
Rangers or Celtic?
Celtic.
I couldn't give a shit.
McDonald's or Burger King?
McDonald's. I like this. I like this part. Give me some more. Make some up.
Volume 2 or with one last breath?
Face apart.
With one last breath.
Kerrang or Skills?
Kerrang.